What's up, everyone? Welcome to a brand new episode of Joining the Crew, a One Piece podcast. This is officially the filler episode. I am your host, Jamin, joined with me by my co-host and girlfriend and best friend.
Oh, let a widow suck up.
So, Megan, first of all, how you doing?
I'm doing okay.
All right. So, this is dubbed the filler episode because this was all filler. So one cool thing about rewatching One Piece, if you don't know and this is your first listen, I have seen all of One Piece. Megan is a newcomer. She hasn't seen any of One Piece. We are watching the dubbed versions, and you can see what episodes we're on. We're pretty far. 143 episodes is pretty crazy to be. Like, does it feel like, we're at 143.
It's weird for me. Sometimes I feel like, yeah, we've watched 143 episodes of this. And sometimes it feels like we haven't really watched that many. But
Yeah.
I think it differs on my mood, really.
Right. I gotcha. So what we do here is we kind of just go through the episodes and talk about it and say what we liked, what we didn't like, what we felt, all that good stuff. So it's been a little bit since we watched these first episodes, so I'll try to refresh Megan's memory. Maybe she doesn't even remember it at all.
Nope.
Like, the first episode that we watched during this filler run was Chopper made the Rumble Ball. You remember what the Rumble Ball is?
Oh,
Excuse me.
You're disgusting. Yes-ish. Was it the firework one?
No.
Damn.
That's coming up, though.
Was it like a weapon?
Yeah, you want me to just tell you?
Sure.
Okay. The Rumble Ball is the thing that Chopper eats that gives him more forms of his devil fruit.
Yeah, I never would have guessed that.
Because, he's a Zoan-type devil fruit user.
Mm-hmm.
So he shapeshifts into different things. The Rumble Ball allows him to do a couple more forms, which is unique for only him. I think he's the only person that in One Piece that uses that kind of... I'm sure that there's some characters probably that unlocked more Zoan forms, but none of them use it's like a special herb or something, a special mixture of some things that Chopper does that helps him unlock more of his devil fruit power. So we saw that. That was the first episode. Him and Robin were like guarding the ship, and they took a little walk, and Chopper reminisced about seeing, Dr. Kureha and all that stuff, and so we got to see that, which was kind of fun because this was right after right after Robin was introduced into the crew, and we
got to see a little bit more of her character.
Yeah, she was just hanging out with Chopper a little bit, which was a nice moment. And I'm not sad. I'm happy that we watched these because there's an episode we'll get to here in a second that really helped me inform some of the characters a little bit more that we've already seen in the past. So the next episode after that was the Navigator's mutiny for an unwavering dream. It's the salesman one. Remember the weird salesman guy? Who Nami wants to buy those papers. It was basically the Nami's a bitch episode, basically.
Yeah, and he kept raising the price because he could tell she really wanted it.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was kind of funny. But Nami was very wanting to get some work done, and everyone was just fucking around on the ship and being loud, and she had to always tell them, guys, I'm trying to do... And then Luffy knocked into the wall or something and dumped ink on her. All of her work that she did. It's like being a parent trying to take care of your children out there.
For real.
Or a teacher.
For
like
real.
Megan is. So that one's kind of nice. I like that one. It was fun.
Yeah. I don't remember that one as much. I remember, I think, the later ones more. Mainly because, I'm brain dead.
Yeah.
It's fine.
This is a funny line in the summary. That's how I look. I look on the fandom One Piece wiki, and I kind of just look at summaries to jog my memory because I can't. I forget. too easy. So this is a funny line though. It says, okay, Nami's trying to make the maps, blah blah blah, but that's not going to be easy with the rest of the crew goofing off as usual. Yeah. Episode 133,
Accurate.
Inherited Recipe. Sanji, the curry iron chef. Remember that one? That's the one with the little boy.
Yeah, where he taught the little boy how to cook while being a jerk, also kind of. And he's like crunching on his apple, and it makes the little boy think of like something.
Right. He didn't tell him what to do at all. He made him think and remember. Oh,
Yeah.
what's he trying to tell me with this?
I really liked to see that side of Sanji. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really liked to see that. He was like being a good guy, and usually, he's just a flirt. And
He's oh, not me, Swan.
yeah. I mean, I think
I
he's a
love
good
you.
guy, but it was good to see him not focused on that at all.
Right. He's
and
more serious.
Really, yeah, and really just focusing on helping this little boy.
Yeah, because
And
why?
he saw this little boy's dream,
Yeah.
to be a chef, and he wanted to help him.
Well, he also has the same dream as Sanji.
Yeah, because that other old guy did the same thing with Sanji,
Mm-hmm. Do you
And
remember
so-
Sanji's dream?
To cook. I don't know. It's something about cooking.
It's to find the all blue.
Yeah, and
And that little boy said he wants to find the all blue because it's the chef's dream. All the fish in the world.
Yeah,
In one place. You can cook anything. So that was a fun. Yeah, you're right. It's good to see Sanji more serious because
yeah.
it was all about him.
I just hate characters and I don't hate Sanji because like he has his moments where he's serious, but I really hate when characters are just all like, I don't know, all they think about is like banging and stuff. I hate that.
Yeah.
And most of the time that's Sanji, but I really like him in the moments where he's actually actively helping and he's fighting. And then I really liked this episode where he helped the little boy. I really liked that episode.
Yeah, me too. It was nice to see him do something besides, fawn over Nami or Robin.
Yeah.
There's small bits in certain episodes where he does have a more serious thing to do, but that one episode was all about him and that little boy and like figuring out the recipe and just teaching without really teaching. It's a good episode. And what I've noticed is that everyone has their episode. And this is like the first big run of filler arcs, like throughout the series. There's certain times where the show takes a break from like the main story and you get like 15 episodes or so of like just filler stuff. And this is like the first instance of that. And what's cool is that we had a Chopper episode, we had a Nami episode, a Sanji episode. Usopp's episode is this one, and then there's a Zoro episode where it's basically just about them and something they do or something in their past or something. Like this next one is Make It Bloom, Manly Usopp's 8 Shaku Ball. So that's the one with the fireworks. Which I like that one.
I liked that one too. I was sad for the little girl and her dead parents.
That exploded in a fireworks accident.
That was sad for her. But I like how they ended up getting to light that big ass firework, and she was like, "Oh, my parents' dream." And they were so happy in heaven, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny. Usopp was pretending to be his parents or her parents.
Yeah.
Like she was talking to them at the grave, and he was like, "We love you." He was basically like, "We love you, little girl, and we're so happy here in heaven. Keep living your life," or whatever. And then she was like, "Really? Thanks, Mom and Dad." It's just Usopp talking.
Yeah, you would
That's
think
funny.
she would know.
Right. A little silly there, but I think still a sweet moment.
Yeah.
And it was cool that Usopp figured out, like he's a technical-minded guy. He figured out, looking at that big tower thing, that this is probably what you're supposed to use to shoot off these giant firework balls. And then there at the end when they shoot that big one off, and it like blows up, and it's like big as the island itself. It's like very
Yeah,
cool to see.
She was so happy.
Yeah, she's very happy, and she lived, and
Yeah.
that was a fun little stop. Usopp
Yeah.
he wanted gunpowder, so he just had to
And
scam
Usopp was
gunpowder.
so sweet. He was good to the little girl.
Yeah, he does this laugh. He just does his little laugh. And he wipes it, and he like rubs his nose.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Usopp. Everyone will love you yet.
Mm.
Okay, so this is the one I was talking about that was really cool to see. The infamous pirate hunter, the wandering swordsman Zoro. Zoro has a flashback about the time when he first met Johnny and Yosuke and faced off against bandits and Dick.
Yeah.
It says
We
bandits
laughed.
and Dick.
We laughed really hard at that when it played, and it was very childish for us to laugh so hard at it, but we did. We thought
About
it
the
was
Dick.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny to see a wanted poster that says $5 million for Dick.
Yeah. We laughed really hard at that. We are children.
Yeah, but it was cool to see Zoro and how he met Johnny and Yosuke, because I never thought too much about it. Like, I mean, you see Zoro when you first meet him,
And he's got those 2 followers.
yeah, like you don't think too much about that though, because like Zoro is there, and then Luffy meets him, and then right after that, he's like, "Oh yeah, these are my cohorts, Johnny and Yosuke." It's like, "Oh, okay, they're 2 other bounty hunters." And this is how he met him. He met him at this one island, getting his sword cleaned, and they didn't know who he was at first, and then they realized he's the swordsman, taking out a 10 million berry bounty and a 5 million berry bounty guy pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
Then they cut their hair and they get a tattoo, and they're Johnny and Yosuke.
Yep.
I just wonder how long before he met Luffy that was.
I feel like it wasn't super long. I don't know.
Couple of days,
Maybe a couple of weeks.
months. Yeah, I want to think it was like a year before in
Maybe.
my brain.
Maybe.
But I don't know, because I always got the what do they say? I always got
Vibe.
I always got the vibe that, or I always got the feeling that Johnny and Yosuke knew Zoro for like a long time. But maybe, I mean, you know, like a couple months is enough time to be pretty formal with some people. But he was real buddy with them, and they called him Big Bro Zoro. And I love at the end of the episode they say Big Bro before it ends, because I think people know, like, it's funny. It's like a nod to say, oh yeah, we know that a lot of they always called Zoro Big Bro, so we got to hear it one more time.
Yeah.
And in a later episode, Big Bro Zoro. Okay, so that's that. I don't have much else to say about it.
Yeah.
About that one.
I mean, it was fine.
Zoro, he had to learn to be more careful with his swords because he keeps breaking them.
I feel like he's getting more and more, like, to where he just sleeps through a lot. I feel like he spends a lot of time sleeping nowadays.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of what he does. He drinks, he sleeps, and he trains. Everyone does their Sanji cooks. Anytime you see Nami, sometimes she's reading, but you see Robin, she's almost always reading.
Mm-hmm.
Usopp's always tinkering with something. Yeah, Chopper and Luffy are just running around or fishing or something. That's kind of their things. That's like their, if we're not doing anything else, if we just walk up, like if we just happen to catch a glimpse at the ship, you know, that's usually what they're doing. Before, like, you know, before shit goes down. Okay, Zenny, the Goat Island, and the pirate ship in the mountains.
I remember the goats.
After escaping the several marine ships, the Straw Hats land on an uncharted island and meet an old man named Zenny. Chopper finds out that because of his bad heart, Zenny probably only has 3 days to live.
Yeah, and then that fucker lives forever.
They think he's playing them.
Yeah.
Because that he's still living and they're doing chores for him and they're giving him back massages and working on his ship and stuff like that.
And then as it turned out, he was like a pirate that got left behind by his crew or something.
Yeah, I think so. I don't really remember. So the next one, how's that for profit? Moneylender. Oh, he was the moneylender. That's right. He would lend money to pirates, which is a great business plan, right? And then, but he had his strategies of getting the money back from them. And he was pretty famous for it.
Good for him.
Yeah, and then where's the island's treasure? Where the island's treasure lies. Zinni pirates full charge. Zinni decides to follow his dream and become a pirate despite his age and help the Straw Hats out of trouble with the Marines, and then they part ways.
Never to be seen again.
Yep, never to be seen again. Bye, Zinni. That one was that like 2 episodes. Well, that was 3 episodes. Those 3 episodes were not my favorite.
I thought they were fine. I liked the goats.
Yeah, the goats were fun.
They were cute. I thought they were really they drew them well.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the animation quality has gotten so much better since we first started. There's not those weird parts where there's just static images and people walking around them. It's like very much full animated now. And there's a lot of cool stuff that they do. A lot of nice colors and nice shadows and shading.
Everybody's fucking with their nose when the commercials go on and off.
Oh, yeah. Then, and they all have, like, the runny noses are still happening. Okay, then we have The Legend of the Rainbow Mist, which we just finished watching, like, right before this. So they come to this place where there's a mean mayor who's taking all the taxes, and they meet Hinzo, who is a professor doing research on the island. And so they want to go. He wants to go inside the Rainbow Mist. Hinzo does, to find his friends who disappeared years ago. Very trippy episode.
Yeah, it took
episodes.
It took me forever to understand it, and I'm still only half sure that I understand it.
Right. I guess that's the most important part of it is the ending. Because really it's kind of complicated.
It is. I'm too stupid for this.
The Wetton pirates destroyed this town. They were fleeing. I think they were leaving, and the ship was going towards the Rainbow Mist. Mm-hmm. And they had Hinzo and his friends on the ship. Hinzo knocks off the Wetton guy. He goes to shore, becomes the mayor. Then he wants to harness the power of the Rainbow Mist because there's lots of treasure in there, in the ape dimension, whatever they call it. I always was wondering why they had to call it ape something. I didn't think it was a very good name. But so they had to go in there to get they wanted to go in there to get the treasure, but the kids were still stuck in there. And I realized having to try to explain this is very complicated. It made more sense as you watch it because you had the time to, like, they took enough time to go over everything so that you could realize what was happening.
But I was still too stupid to get it until you explained it. No, I kind of knew what was happening. I mostly knew. I knew like 80%, I would say, of what was happening.
I did not guess that. Was like something clicked in me right before they revealed that the Marine guy that was helping them the whole time was the little boy that was Hinzo's friend. I don't remember his name. But the flicking thing, like he flicked the dude in the head, he flicked that big monster.
Yeah.
And then I was like, dang, this dude's got a pretty powerful flick or whatever. And then it hit me, and I finally realized it the last time that we saw him do the coin thing, where he flicked the coin. I was like, oh my, wait a minute, I flick thing, I've seen that. Why does that? And I was like, oh, but how is that possible? How does that work? And then right after I realized that, they revealed it for real, and I was like, okay, how's that work? And then he has, like, they do explain it in like one sentence. One sentence says, well, whenever the ship exploded, it actually sent us back in time 50 years to where we were our kids. We were the kids. So now we thought our best plan would be to become Marines, go up the ranks, and to where we can just come back to this island without having to make a stir about it or fuss about it, and help you fulfill the goal of actually getting us out. So it's like a time loop, because he didn't know that he would come. He didn't know he would come there and help them out, and he didn't know that it would be him to help them. But he knew that he did get out, so he knew that he needed to come back, because it's very complicated.
Yeah, I get it.
Don't think about it too much, because time travel always gives you a brain
it's too
hurt.
hard.
Me hurt brain frying, and it hurts.
But I liked it. I liked to watch it. I liked the story.
Could have used a new. We could have used a female character in this one. Why couldn't he have had a daughter? I guess it was the sons were funny, but like
I didn't feel the need for a female character, but
like, I don't know. I feel like we haven't had like in these arcs so far. We haven't had another female protagonist type that, to carry us through the filler arc. It's all been the old dudes for some reason. And it's been Zenny, then that old dude, Henzo, old dude. It's a lot of old dudes.
Just like old dudes.
Yeah.
It's people burning.
Well, I guess what's cool about it is the old dudes, they have stories, right? Because they're so old, they have like a rich backstory that you can go back into and be like, these are people that, this is my story. This is what an event that happened to me. And that's always what a lot of the One Piece episodes are, is like someone that had something happen to them. The Straw Hats show up, and then, oh, guess what? It's happening again now that you showed up. The Rainbow Mist came back just right when they happened to be there, right?
Yep, it's a lot of coincidence.
It's always coincidence.
But that's just the way she goes, boys.
That's adventure, baby. That's how adventure works.
Oh, okay, didn't know that.
Yeah, coincidences. Ugh. Excuse me.
Ugh.
I'm real burpy.
You're always real burpy.
Okay. Anyways, I had fun with these episodes, up and down a little bit in parts there, but for the most part, it always cheers me up to see some One Piece action.
Yeah. You always say like it's filler episodes, and I'm always like, ugh, filler episodes. But usually, even if they're filler episodes, they're usually still pretty good. I think they're fun. I thought that these were fun. I didn't
hate them
for sure. I haven't hated any of them. I mean, there's been a few episodes that I just don't like, but I like most of the episodes, and it doesn't really matter to me all that much if they're filler or if they are like storyline. I don't know what y'all call it.
Canon.
Okay.
Canon. There's filler, canon. Yeah, that's basically the two terms.
Well, yeah. For me, it doesn't really matter too much if they're filler or canon. I like to watch them interact, even if it's just filler.
And that's great. And I'm glad that you're fine with doing that, because I get to watch these filler arcs that I skipped the first times. So I'm actually watching new One Piece. That's exciting.
Jamin is a skipper.
Yeah, I'm not a true fan, guys, I guess. I skipped all the filler, but I'm rewatching One Piece and I'm going back through it. So there's not many people that's watched. There's a lot of people that's watched One Piece. I think there's not as much people that's watched One Piece twice because it's so long. So I'm going to be one of those people that have seen One Piece twice.
Yeah.
One of the few.
Not me. I'm not going to watch it twice.
Once is enough for Megan.
Yep.
All right, y'all. That's it because, I mean, we don't have that much to talk about. We had the filler episodes, which is only like 13 episodes, so it's not too long. I hit all the main points I wanted to talk about. Sorry that this video was a day late. We had some...
And $1 short.
Yep, definitely $1 short. We had some, like, technical issues, we'll say, but it's coming out regardless, and thanks for stopping by. I had something else to say, but I forgot what it was.
Darn.
I lost it out of my brain. Oh, I remembered. You guys know what's coming up next. Next podcast, we're gonna have some fun stuff to talk about because we're going.
How do you know they know?
Well, I'm sure that people are watching this are fans of One Piece. And if you don't know,
They might just be watching it along with us.
that would be awesome. If you are, that's awesome. So stay tuned. They don't know exactly what episodes to watch though.
They're doing their best. Shh.
Because we could watch like only a couple, or we could watch 30 and they'd be like, I only watched 15.
Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, stay tuned. Some fun stuff coming up for sure. I can't wait to talk about some of this stuff with Megan next time. So thanks for listening, you guys. Short episode today, and we're out of here.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.